smoked ribeye steaks and potatoes. Hey, welcome back to Smoking and Drinking. I'm Mike, and today we're making reverse seared smoked ribeyes on the smoker. And to go along with that, we're going to smoke some baked potatoes. So let's get started. Potatoes are going to take longer than the steaks, so we're going to start with those. And all we need to do with those is poke some holes in them, prep them with some extra virgin olive oil, and season them up and get them on the smoker. We've got the smoker preheating to 225 with Traeger signature pellets. And let's go ahead and get these potatoes prepped. Just want to poke some holes in them so it releases the steam. Otherwise they just burst. This takes a few of them. Okay, and then we're going to just brush some olive oil on them so that it'll take the seasoning. Doesn't take much. And our seasoning is, we're going to be using my Smokin' and Drinkin' Spud Rub. It's basically just salt and pepper, paprika, and a few other ingredients in there, but mostly salt and pepper. That's really all you need to make a good baked potato. Of course, we'll put some additives in there after they're baked. Everybody likes to do their potato a little different, I think, but we're going to do some version of a loaded baked potato. So I could do this with my hands. I probably should have just put some gloves on and did it with my hands. Probably would have been a lot faster, but that's okay. We're almost done here. And those of you who've been watching my channel for a while may have noticed I'm not wearing my signature graphic tees. I got this apron for Christmas from my family, so that's probably a good thing because I'm a pretty messy chef, and they know that. So, all right, we've got those oiled up, and then we're going to take our Spud Rub and just sprinkle it all over them. And get a good coating. You don't have to be quite as liberal as you do with the meats, but just get a good coating. Need a little bit smaller holes on my applicator jar there. Okay, so we got our potatoes seasoned, ready to go. Our smoker is up to temp, so we're going to get those out on the smoker for it'll take 2 to 2.5 hours for the potatoes. When there's about an hour left, we'll get the steaks on there, and hopefully they'll finish up about the same time. So let's get these out to the smoker. All right, as you might notice, it's snowing. So we're just going to put these right on the grill, right on the grate, and leave some room for our steaks on the other side. So we'll just put them like that, and we're going to let those go. We'll check them in about an hour. I'm probably going to come out and put a temperature probe on them so I don't have to keep opening the smoker, since you might not be able to see that. It is snowing, so it's cold out here. All right, we'll let those go. We'll be back in about an hour. Okay, while we got the potatoes going on the smoker, we're going to prep the steaks. And we're going to use Smoking and Drinking the Buzz rub. And that is a blend of coffee and chocolate or cocoa and some other seasonings like smoked paprika, onion powder. There's a bunch of different things in there, but chocolate and coffee is the primary ingredient. Um, this has this is wonderful on beef, and we're going to try it on these. And it's very simple. Just need to sprinkle it on there just like we do any other rub. And I've patted these steaks off a little bit so they'd be, not so bloody. There's going to be a little bit in there, but when I flip these over, you'll probably see some blood there. But um, just want to season it just like we do on all sides. And get that seasoning in there. And then we're going to just let these steaks sit at room temperature for about 30 minutes. We have about 30 minutes before we check on the potatoes again. So I'm just going to let these kind of sweat out a little bit. Let that seasoning soak in and start marinating in the beef a little bit. All right. So we're just going to set that aside and let that marinate a little bit. We'll be back in just a little bit, about 30 minutes. All right, the potatoes have been going about an hour. These have been resting about 30 minutes, marinating or sweating the rub in. So we're ready to get the ribeyes on the smoker. So let's get them out there. All right, oh, those are looking nice. And let's just get our steaks right on there. And let's get our other temperature probe in there. And we'll let those go about an hour. Check back in. Okay, I just checked the temp on the steaks and they are at about 115, 118, something like that. So we're going to pull them off and put them in here and tent them with tinfoil while we jack the smoker up to about 450 or 500 or as high as we can get it to sear the steaks. So we're going to go pull those off. We're going to leave the potatoes on and that'll kind of crisp up those skins while we do this. And then once I've got the skillet in there heating up, we'll jack up the temp and then we'll get them seared. So let's go get the steaks off and we'll be right back. All right. Oh boy, those are looking good. Just gonna get those off for now. Well, let's do it this way. How to do that one-handed. All right, there we go. Yeah, those are good. Okay, got the skillet going. Let's get that temp jacked up as high as we can get it to go. 450 is the highest my Traeger will go. So we'll get these tinted, wait for that to get up to temp, and then we'll get them back out to sear. All right, let's get these covered. That'll help seal in those juices. While we wait for the smoker to get up to 450 degrees. So we'll let that sit while we wait. And then when we go out to sear them, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to the skillet so that it doesn't burn. And then we're going to add we have butter and garlic and rosemary that we're going to kind of baste it with after we've seared the first side. So Just wait a minute, we'll be back. I'm going to go ahead and pull those potatoes off while we're waiting for the smoker to get up to as close to 500 as we can get. We don't want them to burn. Okay, get that back closed. We'll get those inside and cover them up. Oh, they look pretty. All right, let's get these back out on the skillet and get them seared. Okay, let's get some oil on the skillet. Just so they don't stick. And then let's get these babies on there. Oh yeah, that's what we want to hear. We're just going to sear them on one side for about a minute. And then we'll add the butter saute, or the butter sauce, and do the other side. So I'm going to just let that go. We're going to wait just a minute, and then we'll do the other side. All right, it's been about a minute. Let's flip those over. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, then we're going to add the butter, garlic, and rosemary. I'm going to have to put the camera down. Can't do this one-handed. Okay, just going to kind of stir that around in there. Kind of got frozen. It was sitting out here for a minute. We have a snowstorm coming, so it's going to be ugly here. Predicting, I think 3 to 5 inches of snow. But, just going to let that simmer for about another minute, and then we'll pull them off and get them inside. All right, let's go ahead and get that plated here. Oh boy. We'll get this plated up, and then we'll get a taste here. Okay. Boy, that looks delicious. Notice I have a glass of wine here. This is actually the Choco Cherry Noir that I made a few months ago. It's been aging with an oak stave and a fermenter, and we bottled it today. And you can go over and check out that video. I'll put a link up here. But this is going to go real nice with our ribeye steak and our smoked baked potatoes. So I can't wait. We got to get a taste here. Oh boy, nice and pink on the inside, just like I like it. Warm pink center. Oh wow. That is delicious. A little bit of that hint of that coffee and chocolate rub, the buzz rub that we put on there. I gotta get a little bit of the potato too. It's real nice with the sour cream and the chives and the butter. Oh boy. Oh wow. That's got a unique flavor with that spud rub that we put on there. That adds a nice flavor to it. So that about does it. Thanks again for tuning in to Smoking and Drinking. As always, you want to hit that like and subscribe buttons and notification bell so that you don't miss out on any other future videos. And be sure to provide plenty of quality free content. This You subscribing helps us do that, so be sure and subscribe. And as always, Prost!